How you doing? Lynn Marie J.C., Mom on the Streets. I'm in front of the Hardy Learning Center and Academy, a place for kids to go who are struggling with traditional schools. Why don't we go inside and take a look at some of their learning techniques? Hi, I am with Sherrie Hardy at the Hardy Learning Center and Academy, and I love her card. It says, specializing in creating successful students, a different kind of school. What's the difference between your school and traditional schools?
Our school and all of the programs that we use here at the center work at improving the underlying problems that cause learning difficulties. So we work with the brain first, and then we fix the academics. I was motivated to start Hardy Learning Center because there are so few resources that work with the underlying causes of learning disabilities. And I had disabilities in learning growing up. Both my children have struggled with learning, and I was unable to find methods that really work to correct the underlying problems in the brain. And once we've corrected those, then we can get the academics to flow along much better.
Okay, Sherrie, this looks like a swing.
This is a swing that allows students to improve their academic skills while they move. So Michaela, can you demonstrate for us, please? Can you start with spelling in? And can you go please from in to ink?
It looks like a lot of fun.
They love it when they swing and learn at the same time. Go from ink to rink. And from rink to shrink. And from shrink to shrank. And from shrank to shrunk. Nice job. Fast Forward is one of the many programs that we use that help the brain reorganize and become more efficient. This particular game, Space Racer, helps the student understand subtle differences in sound, like the difference between B and D. Samantha's learning to use number sense and understand the direction of letters and also numbers and what they mean. So she's working on the numbers 1, 2, and 3 right now. As she writes it with both hands, the information gets filed in both sides of the brain, and then she uses what are called touch points to indicate what that number means. So on each number 2, she'll put 2 touch points. On the number 3, she'll put 3 touch points, indicating that that number represents the number 3.
This looks really interesting. This is the metronome, and she's clapping her hands to what?
She hears a beat come through the earphones, and she wants to try to hit the trigger on her hand as close to the beat as possible. She gets a feedback sound in the earphones, and you can see on the screen she gets a bubble that lets her know how accurate her hit was. The big bubble like she has now is a perfect hit, and the program is designed so that as a student progresses through the 20 sessions, their attention, focus, and organization improve, as well as reading and math. Students typically improve about a year in reading and a year in math with 20 sessions of training, and many students are able to greatly improve their ability to pay attention and focus.
Sherrie, can you tell me about some of the success you've had with your kids?
Students are able to improve their attention, their focus, their organization. Our high school students are often able to complete 1 or 2 years worth of high school work during the course of the school year. One of our students did 2.5 years of school between September and June, graduated with her class with a 3.0 GPA, having come in with all F's and D's previously. It's not uncommon for our high schoolers to do 2 years of work in 1 year's time.
Another thing that we do here at the Hardy Learning Center is work on writing. And this summer we've done a series of writers camps. And Lauren here has participated this summer, and he's written a 7-chapter book called The Adventures of Nerol in Borak.
This is an example of a science experiment that we like to introduce to the children that is very hands-on and helps to explain scientific phenomena more easily. And today we've introduce the vortex.
Well, it takes the water and the air have to take turns, and it takes about 28 seconds.
Now what's happening, Becca?
Since the first time it had to take turns, if you create the vortex, it's a lot easier for the water to go and the air to come out all together. So that way it's faster and it takes less time.
Where's the air going?
It's going through the middle, and the water is coming out from the sides. Ever since I started coming here, my grades went up about 2 levels. So it's been a very good change for me.
She loves to show people what she's learned, even doing interviews with you. I mean, a couple of years ago, she would never have done that. And now it's like, I know this, and I can do this, and let me show you.
This is the brain pattern of someone who has difficulty paying attention, focusing, and organizing. You'll notice that the mountain wave is on the slow left-hand side of the screen. Oftentimes people who have ADD and attention disorders have a slow brain wave like this. This is a faster brain wave. It is from someone who has a good ability to focus, pay attention, and organize things. And you'll notice that the mountain range on this wave is in a faster zone. It's on the far right of the screen.
They're more attentive, that they can focus longer on task, and I didn't think anything could ever do that without medication.
I was talking to one of the parents out there, and she said, I'm so excited that my daughter doesn't have to take medication.
Oftentimes parents don't want to put students on medications, so they would like to try some of the brain training activities first. In some cases we get students who are already on medication, and the goal is to reduce the amount that they're taking.
Sherrie, I want to thank you for spending time with me. The school is so creative and fun. I learned a lot today.
It's been a pleasure having you. I think the students enjoyed you too.
Oh, great. Thank you, Sherrie. It is nice to know that some kids do not have to take medication.